we're gonna put the X in Xmas.
I have to go over to Ace's. He's having this big tree decorating party that he always does.
Oh, really? What about me?
We'll decorate later.
Sure. Go ahead. You know, just push me to the end of the line and back to your new family with all those ducks. After all this trouble I went to getting you a real live tree.
It was very, very nice of you, and I promise I will be back later. Okay? We'll do it then. John.
I got the cheap rum, but the expensive eggnog.
What?
She had said that I should bring over the...
Come on in. See, you can't go now because we got company. It's so nice to have a big, strong guy around while there's a psycho killer out there. Got some more stuff for the Christmas tree up in the attic. I'll be right back.
You had no idea I was coming, did you? If you need to go someplace, just...
No, and leave you here alone with Roxy, you'd never survive.
Yeah, well, I got nowhere else, so... I don't know, she's kind of a kick.
You are raised by her. Come on.
Okay. So, figure this out. You're a Buchanan, but you were raised by Roxy.
Yeah. I mean, I always thought that Roxy and Rex were my family until about 2 years ago. Found out that I was stolen from my real mom.
That was Mrs. Davidson.
Yep. And we had a few adjustments to make, but turns out that Vicky was the best mom I could have hoped for.
But you live with Roxy.
Figures, right? Spent my whole life wishing that I'd have another family. Now I have two.
Yeah, well, two's better than none.
Okay, Nat, power it up. Ah, is that a tree or what? You know, this is really interesting, even though it's not vinyl.
You think you have enough lights on this thing, Roxy?
I don't know, I'm not sure. But you know, it reminds me of the boardwalk. Hey, Johnny boy, don't you think so? Hey, Nat, maybe you don't know this, but Johnny and you grew up in the same hood.
We know.
We know.
So that means you got a lot in common. You got lots to talk about. And you should do that while I go get the beverages.
Roxy, not too much on the rum, please. She has hypoglycemia and she has to watch it even if she doesn't think so. So, ever seen a tree like this one?
Well, no, and I've never seen a tree wearing one of these.
Well, it looks much more natural on a fake plastic tree. Pink.
Yeah. So you never had a real tree growing up?
Well, once. I begged Roxy to get me one, and I cried. She finally caved in. I decorated it. I put popcorn on it, and I put some of my own things on it. Looked really, really good. Till Roxy came in, drunk one night, knocked it over, started a fire. We got it, put out right away, but... Anyway, since then, it's been plastic. What about you?
Oh, me, yeah, we always had trees, Small, but real. Mom did the best she could, but, working in clubs and stuff.
Well, you were home alone?
Well, she couldn't help it. Like I said before, the holidays are a good time for tips, and when Michael went away to boarding school, he never really came home much.
You mean for Christmas?
Money was tight.
I don't get it. How did Michael get to go to boarding school, but you didn't?
Well, Mike got recruited, He got a full scholarship. My brother, he's real smart. Would this be part of your handiwork?
Roxy saves such weird stuff.
Yeah, well, must have meant something to her.
Wouldn't have known it back then. Rex was actually the lucky one. He got shipped off to an aunt.
Yeah, people thought Michael was pretty lucky too getting to go away, but I don't know. I'm kind of glad I stayed behind. I like my neighborhood, and I probably would have missed my mom.
Well, maybe you were the lucky one then, huh?
You two ruminating on AC?
Excuse me?
Oh, that's Roxy speak for reminiscing.
Yeah, well, whatever. You know, speaking of Atlantic City, Johnny boy, don't you think that you ought to go for the Miss America pageant? Honey, it's your last chance before you get too old and everything starts hanging.
Roxy, married. I'm Mrs. Christian Vega. Come on.
Mrs. America, then. Because, honey, you got the equipment. Go ahead, tell her.
Roxy?
Absolutely, you got the equipment.
See, he thinks you're a hottie, too.
Please, stop.
Yeah. I'm on my way, Bo.
Something wrong?
Hey, look, I'm sorry, I can't stay.
Is that the music box killer? I mean, nobody's safe, are they?